had a lot of questions about how I style my hair when I let it dry by itself. So I washed my hair last night. I actually did a little self-tanning. So I didn't put any, actually all I used was I did my Aveda Brilliant Spray, and then I combed all the knots out and went to sleep, and I woke up like this. So as you can see, it's pretty frizzy, and there's lots of curl kind of here, a little straighter on the top, but that's what we're dealing with. So I'm going to take you through all the steps of what I do. So I just kind of went through real quickly and made sure there weren't any damp spots, because you don't want to use curling iron and a flat iron on wet hair unless you have something specifically designed for that, which I do not. And now we're going to do the first part, which is the flat iron. This is a two-step process. Okay, so that little beeping told me that my flat iron is ready to go, and I'm just gonna pull a section of my hair up so I can see better what's going on underneath. And I'm using I just bought a new pack of my Hot Tools clips. Oops. I love them. I haven't put any product in my hair, I should say, at this point. It's all dry. I should have done, if I was going to do any styling products, I would have done it while it was wet. So I'm just taking my GHD Classic 1-inch, and I'm just going around the hairline, because I feel like the stuff lays flatter. Your hair lays better if it's straight, just, you know, the first inch or so from the hairline. I like it a little straighter on the top. I'd rather put the curl in the way I want it, not the way my hair has decided to dry. I have my Hot Tools. I need to measure this. Oh, no. It doesn't say anywhere on here the size. So when this is cooled down, I will measure it and list it in the description box. This one's the gold barrel. They have purple barrel. I don't think the kind of barrel is the way it's, some are rainbow, some are ceramic, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it really makes a difference. I have it on the highest setting because I have a lot of hair, and it's not crazy thick, but it's on the thicker side. And I'm lazy and I don't want to wait, so I use the pretty high setting. Okay, so I like to section my hair kind of, I'd say the midline of my hair, of my head. Not too precise. And twist. Just get that out of the way. Okay, then I just divide it into two sections, left side, right side. So it doesn't matter which side. I start here, I grab a random hunk, I don't know, that much. And two steps. Okay, so the sections that are closest to my face, I have I roll it away from my face. And I make one pass all the way through, kind of heat the hair up. And then I curl the second time around. And I just kind of work it through. And it depends on my mood. Sometimes I go all the way through and sometimes I don't, to the end. And then I just let it go. And that's one curl done. Now the tricky part. This is the secret that it only took me, 42 years to figure this out. Then I take the next section, about the same size, but this time I curl it in the opposite direction. So first I go through and heat it up, and then it's towards my face. Now I don't want curl, so I don't really leave it in there long enough to, you know, make a nice tight curl. The reason I've watched other people do this, I've heard other people explain it, it just never clicked. The reason you alternate the direction of the curl is so that once you brush it through, if they're all in the same direction, when you brush it through, it just melds into one big, like, 1950s wave. If you alternate, when you brush it out, the curls won't mesh together like Legos, and then you can get the definition and kind of that beachy wave. So I'm going to do the rest of this side for your viewing pleasure. Normally I would just do this in one, but just for kicks, let's do two. So next one is a little thinner. Doesn't matter. In fact, it's probably better if the curls are different sizes because it's just a little more natural. And down. And if I wasn't chit-chatting with you guys, I could get this whole thing done in 10 minutes probably. You really get the hang of it. First time I did it, first few times I did it, it was definitely more like half an hour, but now I can just whip through it. So, kind of work my way through, and there we go. I just want to show you what I do to get to the next section. I haven't brushed out the curls, I'm just letting them sit. And then I take my fingers kind of over the top of my, about the top of my eyebrows. And that's my next section. And just get the hair out of the way. It's actually sometimes easier, excuse me, to use one of these clips as you get to the top. Yeah. I just got a pack of these cheap ones from Sally. You can get these anywhere. And then we go. Now one thing I forgot, sometimes, especially as I want a smoother, not smoother, I want it to lie better, so I just brush it through. And then the curling iron, when I go through once like this without curling, it straightens it for me. And then I'm using it almost as a flat iron. And now I'm putting the curl where I want it. I know that sounds insane. Why not just let your hair dry curly? But I don't want my hair to choose. I want to choose how it looks. So there we go. Soft curl. The main part is done, and I want to add a couple more little things as I'm realizing them. This time I have pulled the curling iron all the way through to the ends because my ends, I didn't put any product in, so they were really frizzy and kind of crunchy. So the heat from the curling iron kind of sealed it and smoothed them out. I will be putting product in at the end, so that'll help. Now, I usually do my top section in two parts. I do the very front, like right here. I just pull this part separately, and then I'm kind of focusing more on the crown. I don't know why. This is just how I do it. There's no one way to do this, you know, you just do what works best for you. So part of the reason why I've chosen to do my hair like this, to dry it one night, wash it at night, let it dry, do it in the morning like this, is I'm removing one of the heat steps. I'm not physically really drying my hair. I'm gonna do like a quick blast for maybe 10 seconds, but generally speaking, my hair is dry when I wake up, and when it dries by itself, I have a lot of volume here by itself. That's from the curl, but so I do it to one, it's less heat, and then two, I get more volume. And then from there, and I'm lazy, so it's one less step. And you know, some days I just pull out the flat iron and do the whole thing straight if I'm in a hurry, but okay, so we're just gonna, I just brushed it to make it smooth. And now we're gonna go back to our, oops, I missed this part. We're gonna go back to our alternating pieces here. All right, we're down to the last bit, and this whole thing has taken me to set up the camera, figure out the lighting, which I'm not sure I actually figured out, get all the equipment out. I'm in like 25 minutes, so I'm telling you this goes quick. Okay, so this is just the last couple of pieces in the front, and I'm just making sure they lay along the part now. That was messily put in last night when it was wet, and I have yet to correct it. There we go. And then this part, I guess you would call my bangs. We're gonna brush it forward, a little forward. Ow. And then, I really don't do anything differently here. I guess I'm holding it more horizontally. Didn't get a good grip on that. Stuff happens. Okay. Let's try this again. And I really go quick because it was barely in, and look at that curl. So now all I do is this. I get my Dry Remedy. I'm really liking this a lot more, even since the last time I talked about it. It's almost a dry oil, so it leaves very little, it doesn't have a greasy feeling. I just put it on my fingertips, and I will run this through mostly the ends, but then I kind of do my, like this. That's it. Start to finish, 10-15 minutes if you're not blathering at a camera. So at this point I would either spray it or, you know what, I would have a little bit of frizzy up here. So there's one more thing. I just have to remember, oh, here it is. I'm like, where did I put it? I have hair products all over the house. The Aveda Light Element Smoothing Fluid. I just do a little bit, like, you can't see. Can you even see that? I don't know. Really rub it in and just very gently to get those baby hairs that stick up. So that's how I've been doing my hair. It's really been working for me. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll do my best to answer them. Hair is not my thing. This took me, like I said, 4 decades to figure out. I'll list all the products that whoa, my Chicago accent just came out there. Did you hear that? All the products? I will list all the products down below with links where you can get them. And thank you so much for watching, and I'm so glad that my hair is done before 8 o'clock in the morning. Woohoo! See you in the next video. Bye!